Graham Wagg was in the runs again for Glamorgan, but they by no means had things go all their own way on the first day of the LV County Championship match with Leicestershire at the Leics Stadium in Cardiff. Jacques Rudolph won the toss and batted, only to find himself back in the pavilion 10 minutes into the match as he nicked off to clip Mackay with only one run to his name. Glamorgan then didn't help themselves as Ben Wright called Will Bragg through for a very sharp single, and the latter was run out by Ben Rain's direct hit. Mackay delivered a fine opening spell of 6 overs which brought him figures of 2 for 16, Colin Ingram his second victim as he sliced his second ball to Tom Wells at point. Glamorgan came into this game on the back of 3 straight wins which has seen them rise up the second division table to third, and they knew that another victory here against a struggling Leicestershire side would greatly increase their chances of promotion this year. For 11 overs they tried to fight back through Wright and Chris Cook. But the visitors were enjoying their morning when Jigger Nake pushed one through in his second over to have Wright LBW for 18. Nake in his first spell since he took 8 for plenty in the loss to Lancashire last week. Leicestershire have been beaten heavily in their last couple of games since they famously defeated Essex in Chelmsford, but this was now an encouraging start for them. They did find Craig Macheda in good form again, however, this shot off Nake going all the way for a 6. With shots like that and Cook batting solidly at the other end, these two took the total to 98 for 4 at lunch, which represented a fairly good recovery from 23 for 3 at one point. Cook kept things going into the afternoon, this boundary helping him to a fine 50 off 99 deliveries, but he and the rest needed to keep going. Macheda couldn't do that as he was trapped in front by Rain for 24 to end his partnership with Cook on 49. Mark Wallace then made a start, scoring 14 as he and Cook carried the total to 136. But Glamorgan were 6 down when their former captain was bowled on the drive by Mackay. That brought in Wagg, a man who must still be buzzing after his remarkable double hundred in Guildford last week. He smashed 11 sixes in that and was soon at it again as he helped this ball from Nake down the ground and over the rope, the first of 6 more sixes for the all-rounder. He and Cook now started to turn the tables on their opponents, ones who have often put themselves into positions like this only for things to slip away from them. These two batsmen were banking on that happening again as they took the total to 180. But on 84, Cook was bowled by Charlie Shrek after picking the wrong length to try to cut. And then Andrew Salter edged Wells to Andre Agathangalu to go with his side on 199 for 8. That became 200 for 9 in the next over as Michael Hogan was bowled by Shrek, leaving the returning Nottinghamshire low knee Andy Carter to stick it out with Wagg. He was on 28 when the 9th wicket fell, and he responded to the arrival of Carter immediately by twice clearing the rope off Wells in the next over. Wagg added 105 runs for the last wicket with Hogan in that wonderful win over Surrey, and he now clearly believes anything is possible. Wells was withdrawn from the attack, but Mackay fared no better, Wagg going long again with an incredible shot for maximum number 4 in this knock. His 50 arrived off 53 balls, and then with immense power he sent another short ball from the same bowler over the rope again. Off came Mackay to be replaced by Rain, but the result was still the same. Wagg must be getting changed in a local phone box somewhere. Another 4, 2 balls later, his 7th to go with his 6 maximums, had him into the 90s again. This was history repeating. Carter then joined in the fun as the runs started to fly. Wagg moving on to 94, just one more 6 away from another terrific ton. And it was trying to find that when he holed out to Mark Cosgrove at long off. Wagg had made 94 and in 70 minutes had added 78 runs for the last wicket with Carter, who scored 10 of them. So in the end, Glamorgan were all out for 278, and they would have been happy with that. Happier still when Hogan just got one through Angus Robson's defences to send him packing for 11. Carter, whose younger brother took a mat 10fer for Nottinghamshire in Taunton last week, was unable to put his own name up in Leics before the close. one which came with Leicestershire replying with a score of 37-1, which means that they will enter day 2 241 runs behind their upwardly mobile opponents.